Here we are at the Nail Writers Room with Rich Hosick. That's me. Before I forget again, for like the 28th time, hey, subscribe. Hit that little alert thingy and leave me comments and share and all that kind of stuff. um, I'd love to get other people involved in this. So if you are at all interested in joining me on one of these writers' rooms, please hit me up on X and we'll work something out. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue working on my stuff because I'm hoping that what I'm doing is going to be helpful for you. And I am an independent author. I work with a boutique publisher, but basically independent. I'm doing all my own marketing. I'm doing all my own uh, editing and processing and all that kind of stuff. I do have other people read the books, but um, it's it's a lot of stuff that you need to know to be an independent author. And there's a lot of people, I think, who are choosing to be independent authors who are surprising. Brandon Sanderson, he did that famous Kickstarter, millions of dollars, all going straight to him. Now, the publisher's not taking their 75, 85% cut. So it's, especially for an independent writer, you want to sort of maximize your earnings per sale so that you can keep on writing. So what I'm going to do tonight is set up my latest anthology on Ingram. So you guys know this book. This is the Charlatan's Conundrum and Other Bedtime Stories for Insomniacs. And this is the proof I just got back in the mail today. This is the 5 1/4 by 8-inch size. In comparison to the other one here. So this is them side by side here. So you can see the difference, right? So this one's smaller. This one's smaller. Um, and a little bit easier to handle one-handed and stuff. This one's a little bit more heft to it. But what I noticed on the back is that here along the spine, the words kind of go into the crease, and so does the picture down here. So I basically redesigned that, and so that's what I need to find out with the proof. Sometimes you don't see that stuff when you're doing it. The inside looks great. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Let me show you an example here. So this is like the inside. Got my Palantino linotype font. I've got my alternating headers. I've got my images in there. So these are the images from the podcast. I had to switch over to using photographs that I put through a watercolor filter because I do not want to run afoul of the AI restrictions on Amazon or anywhere else. And I was using AI images for a while because it was like kind of cool. I kind of like the style that they came out in, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it to do that. At least because I want to use those same images in the print books, right? So I just find photographs that match what I'm doing here. If you guys didn't see here, this is the photograph I used for my latest episode, Leap. If you guys listen to that, it's out live on the podcast now. Bedtime Stories for Insomniacs at bedtimestories.studio. And working on a remaster of my story, White. And I just listened to it again today, this evening, as a matter of fact. And it was another case where it was early on. It was like my 10th story, and I just read too fast. I talk too fast. The pacing isn't going well. And I also have the case where I do the volume dropouts on the dialogue tags. So like I said, yeah, please come on in, he said. And so I would drop my voice that so far that you struggle to hear it, especially if there's like, an ambiance or something else going on. You're not going to hear that stuff. So I'm going to re-record it at the right tempo. And the sound effects are pretty good. I don't know if it needs music. I'll see if there's a spot for music in there. Especially in the beginning when there's a lot of exposition. I like to use the music over the exposition. That's just I think that works really well for that. Okay. But let's get started on the Ingram version of this book. So as you can tell, I previously had printed up 6x9 paperbacks. And this was just to sort of fill my inventory because I was doing that book show in Chicago, the Printers Row Literary Fest, and I wanted to have enough on hand just in case for some reason people bought a lot of books. They did not. I have probably 75 of them left. No, because I returned some, so like 70 left. So I've got like 70 copies of that left, but I'm going to put the 5 1/4 by 8 up on Amazon as the paperback issue there, and then I am going to put the hardcover through Ingram, and also put the ebook through Ingram too, so it gets out into those markets, into the libraries and stuff like that. So that's going to be the deal on that. So let's go here to Ingram. Am I not logged in? Hang on a second here. Is this the right page? There we go. It always does this weird thing where it kind of like takes me to one place. There we go. Okay. Recently added titles. There's the near death. Okay. So let's go ahead and add a new title. So I'm going to actually bring this over here. I'm going to bring up the Amazon listing here. And there it is. Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, there we go. So there's the information that I need to do this here. We're going to do print and ebook. Do I have files? Yes, all my files are ready. Not quite, but I'm getting there. Let's see. I want to actually, I better select this one here. Okay, print, distribute, and sell books. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. All right, title information. The Charlatans, Conundrum. Make sure you spell it correctly. It would be really embarrassing for a writer to misspell the title of their own book. And other bedtime stories for insomniacs. Language is English. The print ISBN is, let's see if I have that yet. Nope. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and receive the free one, and then we'll change it later because we can do this. We can unassign the complimentary one. Okay, but I'm probably going to use the complimentary one for the ebook. All right, I own the copyright for everything. No, my title does not include any of these. What? Famous name. I hate my phone. Always like turns on the. I have it set to turn on the speaker when I get home, and I always forget to turn off when I start the. I should set a timer to like silence my phone from like 11 p.m. to midnight. All right, trademarks, pictures, and names of famous brands. Nope. Pictures, copy and paste from the web without license. Nope. I do have everything is licensed. Include the work of someone yourself. Nope. Include misleading cover images. No. No, my title does not include any of the above. And it does not use artificial intelligence for the creation of work. So that here's another place too where they're sort of flagging that. I wonder what it looks like when you have that. Is it like they flag it on there somehow? All right, contributors. Me, Rich Osek. Okay. Categorize your title. Okay, Nifty Press. Subjects, find subjects. Okay, so we're going to do fantasy. And we want to look for the anthologies here. Oh, fantasy. Here we go. Collections and anthologies and subjects. Another one, we'll do science fiction, same thing. Science fiction collections and anthologies. Let's see if they've got horror. Fiction. Fiction general. See, they don't have like collections for horror, which is kind of strange. So I'm just going to select fiction horror. There we go. Why do they've got like one for just indigenous horror? That's weird. Nothing there. Okay, add subject. What else do I have? I've got humor. Oh, I can't anymore. So those are the top three: the horror, the science fiction, and fantasy. So let's do young adult. There we go. Trade general. And the description. So let's go ahead and grab this. And Arnold pointed out for me that I do have a non-standard word, I'll put it. So curmudgeonly old man. I said curmudgeony. It's supposed to be curmudgeonly, a curmudgeonly old man. That's the adjective, apparently. Let me double check that. Curmudgeon. And then the adjective is curmudgeonly. Curmudgeonly is the adjective. Usually the ly words are adverbs, so I'm kind of wary about that. All right. Keywords. So I'm going to do, for this, I'm going to do Black Mirror and the Twilight Zone and any other anthology TV shows you can think of. I will just do those for now. Can always add more later. Continue. So again, Ingram Spark is like, it's sort of like positioned itself as like the biggest competitor to Kindle desktop publishing. They have a lot of relationships, distributions with a lot of different places. They do sell your hardbacks on Amazon. Uh, and again, Amazon does have a hardback thing. It's a what they call the case laminate. It's basically the cover printed on a hard cover, a cardboard cover. But it doesn't have the you don't have, there's no option for a dust jacket. So I like using the dust jacket. So that's what I'm going to do here. So interior black and white on cream, hardback, and we're going to do the same thing that we did here. Jacket, case laminate. And we'll do the matte finish on there. Page count. Let's check the page count here. Page count is 281 plus a couple pages plus the front matter. So that's probably 290. Okay. Print cost per book. Oh, it's only 11.41. All right, that's good. That's good. Print pricing. So we're going to go $29.99 on the pricing here. And the wholesale discount, of course, we're going to do the 50%. And that takes your compensation down to $1.79, which is better than the $1.09 I'm getting other ones. No returns. European Union, Canada. These, I think they said I can do 50% on. Oops. 50, no. And this one we'll do other. 50, no. Canada, other. 50, no. Other. 50, no. And then other 50. And there's no options for returns there. Okay. All right. So again, the point of this is not to make money off the sale of the hardbacks. The point of this is to make it available to libraries, to have the hardback available if I want to print it. So the printing costs are like about $12. So if I get this, get a bunch of them printed up for me to take to shows and stuff, or give out as gifts, it's going to be with shipping probably about $14 or $15 a book. Ooh, excuse me, yawning early again. So that'll be the thing to do with that, right? So then I can sell it for like 25 on sale at book shows if people want a hardcover, and that way too I can also have the maybe we'll look inside the book. Instead, I can make uh my own box sets and stuff. And I got it. Was it an email or was it an ad I saw for another printing thing where they promised a 48 turnaround? I don't know if it was an offset printing or what. Probably. All right, release date is going to be, we'll go October 1st. Okay. Page count 290. Same. I mean, I don't know how there really is no page count on a free flow ebook. All right, so this one we're going to set for, try to remember what we set for this for. I think it's $9.99. $9.99. Library price we set to $19.99. Agency price we kept there. Okay. All right, so there we go. So United Kingdom, and we're going to double for the library price. So this is $8, so that goes to $15.99. And then $17.99. Canada, we're going to do $27.99. In Australia, we're going to do $29.99. Okay. So again, the library prices for ebooks are higher because they expect to be able to lend it out to many people over and over again, right? Um, on the hardcover side, though, they expect a lower price, which is interesting. All right, so I accept all these prices. Ebook release date will go with October 1st as well. Distribution rights, yes, I can. Okay, print upload. So here's where I need to get that sort of set up here. So the print interior I have, but I need to get the ISBN number for that. So I'm not going to load that yet. But I am going to come here. Where was it? Tools and resources. And we're going to do the cover template generator. ISBN. Oops. Should actually come back over here. Should open that in a new tab. Hope it saved what I was working on. There we go. So the book is this ISBN. Trim size is 6x9. Surprised it's not picking that up. Okay, that's everything there. File type, PDF. Email address, don't look at that. Optional information. I put the in that currency, US dollars. Okay. So that's going to send me the cover art for that. And let me see if I have my ISBN yet. I do not. Okay. So the way that this works with the Ingram Spark is that, sorry, I'm checking my email at the same time, is that when you ask for the templates, it emails them to you. And then we saw it the other night how I sort of go in there and then take the template and resize it to fit. And then I'm able to sort of project the paperback cover onto it and line it up with everything and make that work. So we're going to do that here. And the thing I'm going to do here on this one, so this one, by the way, so when I was working on the cover design for this one here, where is it? Yeah, for this, right? The case laminate right here. So what I did here is I had this black cloth as the background, and I decided to change my mind on that. I'm going to go with a brown cloth on this one, a blue cloth on the next one, and then green that more closely matches the color cover instead of going with black. I'm going to use this black for the inside of the Charlatan's Conundrum. So in order to do that, I need to find another cloth texture. So I'm going to go back to my Envato elements. This is actually a pretty good deal here. It's a lot cheaper than Adobe. You get sound effects, you get images, you get uh, graphics, all that kind of stuff. So here, so graphics, I can get textures. And I'm going to do brown cloth here, brown cloth. And, oh, leather. You can do brown leather on that one. I don't know if I want leather. I think I want cloth. Do we have cloth? Textures. Maybe we don't have brown cloth. Leather textures, red leather, realistic premium brown leather template, organic leather texture, black leather texture. Why is it? I'm saying cloth, and it's giving me this. Interesting. All right, well, maybe we'll go with brown leather then. Download this. So this is going to be for rainy day. There it is. Why can't I find that? Rainy day. Okay, cool. So I'm going to download that here. The Chosic. Rainy day. Near death. Cover. Save. All right, so there we go. Let's open that up in there. Unzip it. Extract all. And there we go. Extract. And then here we go. All right, so there's the brown leathers I've got. I have a feeling this first one's going to be, I don't like that crease there. Let's check this one out. Okay, that'll work. That will work. All right, so it's not a leather-bound book, but it's a faux leather-bound book. So let me come back over here and open up this. And we're going to go ahead and drop this on here. Invert the colors. And let's see how that worked. All right, so there we go. So that's what's going to be instead with this leather texture here. Just going to check one thing here. My image canvas size is 3150 tall, and let's check the scaling on this. Yeah, that's what I thought. 3150 scale. This will give me a little bit more detail on that. Okay, here, but there's the problem. So it's not wide enough, or is it? Hmm. Let's see here. If we move this. Oh, no, there we go. There's plenty of it there. You can see that the outline there is the outline of the texture. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and do that. And so now I've got a nice faux leather cover going on there instead of the black fabric, which I think is going to go better with this book series. So, do I have it up here? Where did I put the other one? Where did I put it? Oh well. I can show that to you here. This is what the cover art looks like, right? So it's kind of like got a yellowish brown tinge to it. So this will work fine for that. All right, so that's what I'm going to do for that one. So now I can use this black texture on this book. So let's come over here, go back to our textures. I'm going to grab this here, copy it, bring it back over here to this. I got to fix my filing system too. It's not very consistent. And then we'll paste. Okay, there's that. So now we can come back over here. And let's see, did I get it? Oh, I got my files here. Save. Okay, and this is going to go into this one here. Cover. Save. And then save this one too. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got here. So here is the case laminate. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up here. So I'm going to file open. And we'll come back over here to D. Where are you? Bedtime Stories. And then volume 1. Cover. Case. Okay, so now the way this works is I bring it in here and it's going to be in inches. But you can see that the image here. Oops, let me push this. The image is not the size of the canvas. What I want to do is this area here. This is the canvas on here, and that is going to be the size of any outputted files. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, and you can see the dimensions of this. So I'm going to change the canvas size to match that. So I'm going to change this to inches. And the width is going to be 14.694. Always takes it down a notch for some reason. And then 10.5. Okay. So let's go ahead and center that. We'll just do that for starters. All right, so now it did this here, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move this so that I can position it as closely as I can in that corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on this corner now and bring it up here, bring it over here. All right, then I'm going to zoom out and check the bottom corner here. So what I should see when I move it left one, I should see something there, but I don't. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to move it up and left, and that's good. And then let's come back over here. So now I don't see that little dark spot in the corner. So I think I'm in a good position here. So now this is going to be the place where the layout here, right? My spine needs to be within this pink area here. My cover text needs to be in here, and then the back text needs. I'm not gonna have any back text on this, so that's a whole different story. For the inside, the case cover, I'm just doing this and this. All right. So what I want to do here is add that black texture. So let's bring that over here. There it is. Black cloth. And we like the second one here. Was it the second one or was it the first one? I don't remember now. That was the first one. Okay. Second one's a little bit lighter. So I'll drag that on there. Invert. And then we'll resize. Scale layer. 3150. Scale. And there we go. So now I've got the thing going on here. And now I'm going to bring in the text for this. So I'm going to come over here and open as layers the 6x9 cover, which is, where's the XCF file here? Okay, it's not in there. Maybe it's in here. There we go, the 6x9 XCF. So let's bring that over. I'm probably going to get rid of most of the layers, but you'll see how it works out. All right, there we go. Okay, so as you can see, it's too big. I wonder, it's double the size, isn't it? Interesting. All right, let's bring this down. All right, so I can get rid of a bunch of these. That one I don't need. All right, so I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new group. Paperback cover. Bring it up here. Yeah, for some reason, the Amazon has upped their resolution to 600 dots per inch instead of 300 dots per inch. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to drag this in there. Drag this up there. Anything that's disabled, I can go ahead and delete for sure. All right, Retrostic 1, this I need in there. Okay, this is all the front cover here. I'm gonna leave this one out. No, I don't need it for here. I don't need this one here. Disable that. Let's put it up in here anyway. Paperback. That in there too. I don't need that, and I don't need that. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and scale it. But I'm not going to go to the 10.5. I'm going to go just to, let's see, so it's 9 inches and then 3/4 inches on each side. I take off a half an inch for each one. Full inch, so that's a full 300. So that's going to be, instead of 3150, we're going to do 2850. Let's see how that looks. Let me take this off for now. All right, I think we got it there. Let's see here. Let me actually just bring this opacity down. Okay. So yeah, it looks good. Looks good. I off center a little bit here, but you can see that the height is perfect and the width is going to fit in there nicely. So let me go ahead and turn off the back cover stuff. And what's this? Is this the spine or the cover? That's the cover. And so all this stuff here is the spine. So let me create another group inside there for the spine. And we're going to do Daphne Press logo is going in there. Rich Hosick is going in there. And Other Bedtime Stories is going in there. Oops. And then the Charlatan's Conundrum is going in there. Okay, so I'm going to do it this way. Yeah. And Other Bedtime Stories, and then my name, and then that. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to move this over into the pink area here, right? So what I've noticed when I have to move things, I always have to click on something in the alpha channel. That means that some piece of text. If I click on a blank spot, it kind of clicks through and doesn't work. All right, so we're just going to move now the spine. All right, almost centered there. There we go. Looks good. All right, perfect. Okay, so the spine is in place. Let's do the cover now. So something easy, more obvious I can click on there. So this one too, why is that? I don't know why it's showing me that big space there. What is? Maybe it's the hands. Yeah, the hands. That's okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over close. So now I have to judge it just by the text, right? So I want to see the edge of that T be in the same spot as that, and then the other bedtime stories for insomniacs. And then I'm going to take off the hands. There we go. All right, and that's what the cover will look like. So I'll put this back on. Opacity. So here we go. So this is what that's going to look like. Now, what I did notice on the spine of the smaller one is that the text. Oh God, am I not sharing my screen again? I'm not. Oh, I hate when I do that. Wish you guys were here live so you could tell me about this. Okay. This is why I've been working. Jeez. All right, we'll go back to the Ingram Spark thing too. I'll show you that. But it's basically the same. So if you guys just skipped over and got to this part, that's fine. Man. All right. Anyway, that's what the laminate cover is going to look like. It's going to have the text on that textured background, and then on the spine. So now, but what I'm worried about here is this print here. It's kind of faint, and so I'm wondering if I can Just make that bold. I don't know if I want to. Look at this. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. Okay, so that will do that. So that's the case laminate here. So let me go ahead and save this. File, save as. So sorry, guys. I am so sorry. Let me create a new folder here. Create folder. Hardcover. And we're going to do the Charlatans. Conundrum. Hardcover. Case. All right, save that. And then let's go ahead and do our PDF export here. So we do an export. All I got to do here is just change the extension and it does the export. So there we go. All right, next we're God. Well, I'm going to show you how to set up that stuff again. But if you go back to the other night when I was working on the hardcover for Near Death, you'll see me doing the stuff I was talking about. Um, I'll get the hang of this eventually. No wonder I don't have any viewers. That's okay. I'm still getting the stuff done. All right. So I've got that done. So now I'm going to open up the dust jacket, just here. There we go. Import this. And so now this one has a slightly different layout here, right? It's got less of a bleed area here. And it's got the flaps, the inside flaps for the dust jacket. So what I need to pay attention to here is, again, go to the size here. And I'm going to take my image and change my canvas size. Set it to inches and then line it up with what I have here. So 20.938. So I'm going to change it to 7. Yeah. What if I do it at 9? Does it 0.9? No, it goes up. It doesn't like the 0.938. Interesting. Interesting why it doesn't like that. And then only 9.5 here, so it's like an inch shorter. And that's what we did for the other, we assumed for the other thing. All right, so that is going to, oh, not 10, 20. 20. There we go. I'll go ahead and do some rough positioning here. Resize. And then if I come up here to the corner, I should be able to move this up in there like that. Let's zoom a little bit. And then fine tune it here. Okay. Then I'm going to zoom out, zoom into the bottom corner. And so here I'm just going to go move it. So if I use the keyboard, I can move it like 1 pixel at a time. So that's telling me that I'm lined up perfectly on those edges. The blue area fits perfectly within the confines of my canvas. So everything is good to go here. So the canvas, the blue there is, yeah, it's the bleed. And it's going to be, I want my image to go into that area, the background image. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the 9x5 again. Maybe I should bring it in from the other one. No, because I need to scale it differently. Let's do it. Well, we'll see. Okay. Open as layers. Yeah, we'll just do this way. Paperback. 6x9. Okay, that's going to bring that all in here. Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this up again. spine. Paperback. So what I'm doing here is I'm making layer groups so I can move things around more easily. I'll drag the cover inside here and drag the back cover inside there too. And then this stuff here, this logo is going to go into the spine. This rich hostess can go into the spine. What is this? Goes into the spine. This goes into the spine. Okay. Now I've got the spine there. I'm going to leave this out of that, right? I'm going to turn it off for right now. All right. So what I want to do is go ahead and resize this on the paperback scale. So when I scale this layer here, that's going to go all the way down to everything, right? So I'm going to go ahead and scale this to, what did we say it was 2850? Scale. And there we go. Okay. So now if I bring this out of here, you can, oops, I got to put a little bit in there. I want to bring the opacity down. There it is. Okay. Oops. That opacity fine. I want this opacity down. There we go. All right, so now it looks like I just need to move stuff over again. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Why am I not seeing? Oh, I got this. Get rid of this one here. Okay, that's the one I want. That's what we want. And so this actually looks a little bit too tall. See how this is not fitting quite in there? I probably want to scale this down a little bit more. Scale this layer down to, take it down 150. That's half an inch. So that's going to be 2700. Tab, that's going to change that scale. And that may have been too much. Take it back. And we're going to go with full 100. Okay. Scale there, and we're going to take it down to 2750. I think that should do the trick. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. I think that gives me enough space there. Okay, so now we're going to move these different parts of this around. So the back, I have to click on the move thing here. We're going to slide this over here. And we'll put that in the middle there. Okay, that looks good. I wonder why that one is taking up so much space. Is it this thing? No. 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 What's this? Oh, what's this S doing out there? What is that S for? Delete that. There we go. Now I can see it better. Okay, so there we go. Now I can see though that my my logo here is a little bit too low. So I'm going to bring that up. I think I can move that up itself. There we go. And then let's bring this text up here too. Okay, that looks good. All right, so that's going to take care of all that. Name is in there, text and so forth. All right, now let's move the spine over. Again, I got to click on some alpha thing here. Okay. And there we go. I think that's it. Zoom in a little bit here. Yep, looks pretty good. Maybe over to the right a little bit. Yes. Yes, there we go. Okay, so that is there. And now let's do the cover. And we're going to bring this over here. Okay, so let me bring it this way. So I think that's centered here. Looks pretty good. All right, so let's bring up this now. Opacity. Okay, cool. Now this is way too big. Let's see if we can scale this down. Make this one to 3150. Was it 3150? No, it wasn't 3150. It was 2850. Okay, so this background doesn't quite cover the extent of the thing, but that might be a good thing. Because what I may do here, let's see how this wraps around here real quick. I'm going to take the opacity down on this a little bit. And see, it doesn't quite go all the way to the bleed area there, which is what I kind of wanted. So if I move this over this much, you can see that I'm going to get, it should wrap around the edge of the book, but just barely. I guess I could make it a little bit bigger to get into that blue area. And then what I'll do is leave that inside flap white and do that. Because that's what I did on my brother's book. Yeah. I have that one here. Hang on. Little game I'm playing with myself. All right, so let me come back over here and show you what this is going on with this. So this is a hardcover I did with Ingram Spark. Nice dust jacket. You open it up, you can see that the art stops at the edge there. And then I went with white and I put everything on that edge and it kind of looks nice. And so on the other side too, you can see that's what I did on the thing there. So the cover image ends there, but it wraps around nicely there. So when you see it from this side, you can see the cover image wrapping around and everything. So I'm probably going to do the same thing here. At least I can, I'll get a proof and see how it looks, see if I like it. I may go black on the background, but we'll see. So I want to make this a little bit larger. So let's go ahead and scale this layer. And the width here, I'm just going to bump it up a little bit and see what happens here. So a quarter of an inch would be 75 pixels. So 426 plus 4269 plus 75 would be 43, 44. Okay. So that's going to make the height a little bit bigger too, but that's fine. Oh, wow. Good call, Rich. Perfect. All right, let's bring the opacity back up here. All right, so there we go. So that's going to be where the cover art for the dust jacket goes to, right? And then over here, I'm going to go ahead and put my, well, I'm not going to put my photo on there because I put my photo on the back cover. Unless I want to change the text here. I got to think about that. How do I want to do that? I don't have enough time to really worry about it right now. In fact, I'm gonna call it early since I kind of screwed the stream up anyway. But I'll think about this, and then we'll work on it some more tomorrow night. Hopefully by then I'll have the ISBNs too, so I can actually submit this thing and get a proof copy and all that kind of stuff. All right. We did a lot. Again, if you're watching this, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for bearing with me on my learning curve here on streaming, and I will get the hang of it. Let's bring this back up one more time here. So there we go. So this is what I was talking about, where I got if I look at the opacity there, you can see that it just goes right over to the bleed area. So I'm good to go there. So it's gonna, like I showed you on the other hardback book, it's gonna be a perfect lineup on that. And it's still pretty much in line with what I did for the original one here, right? So that's the original, and you can see that it lines up pretty well. Lines up pretty well. I noticed that I keep repeating phrases. It's because I'm listening to another podcaster who does that all the time, and it's kind of like in my head. I'm overthinking it, so I'm not going to do that anymore. All right. So I got to figure out what I'm going to put on the side flaps here. I don't know what I'm going to put in there. You know what? Maybe I'll put a little backstory on the podcast. That would be a good little thing to do in there. I can put the award I got in there. Um, I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, that's enough for tonight anyway. I'll get the hang of this. Thanks for around again. If anybody is interested in coming in here, learning about this stuff, or teaching me something about this stuff, or sharing a story you have, you want to do a live read? You want to try to do a live read here? Let's do it. If you want some feedback on a story, if you want to try and break a story, I have a lot of experience doing that in writers' rooms in Hollywood. So let's make that happen. Let's have some fun with this. It'll be great. All right. Good night to everybody. I will see you tomorrow.